Okay, so the next question is from Lisa. She says, and this is an interesting question, there are some spiritually minded people who say that Trump is a light worker. I don't believe someone who is part of God's healing plan, who has no regard for human life or the well-being of anyone but himself, is or could ever be a light worker. My question is, instead of a light worker, is Trump the Antichrist, or is he being guided by dark forces?
Okay, wow, lots of pieces to that. So the first thing we do want to say is that we're going to say that everyone comes from the light. We are in essence spiritual beings that come here for a human experience. So we really do all come from the light. Does that make us a light practitioner? We like that phrase, a light practitioner. No, no, that's a human choice. So he came here, as did we all. We say this many times, with lessons to be learned, and maybe he'll learn them and maybe he won't. Probably not in this lifetime for him. What he needed to do was to experience what has been happening. That was his experience. That was what was agreed upon when he incarnated into this lifetime. And so here's where we feel will be helpful for you. Let go of it. It's not your lifetime. It's not your choice. It's not your lesson to learn. Who cares? That's his problem and his choice. So the label of Christ or Antichrist it's a label. There are many labels. Humans really like labels. I'm personally not fond of labels. I think they're limiting. And so I, from my own personal standpoint, choose to not label as often as I can. If what you mean by Christ and Antichrist, there's a belief that the Christ energy is of unity. And so, of course, the Antichrist would be of division and hate, right? Christ energy, love and unity, Antichrist, hate and division. If you want to label that, put that label on him, it would seem apropos. We will tell you that he has more pain than you will ever know. And it is just a reminder to you that we are all truly human and we all experience pain and we all work to try to alleviate it in whatever way we can. And so if you can find compassion for him, then do so. If you choose not to, that's fine too. For me, Julie, I struggle to find compassion for him and only him. I probably can find compassion for almost everybody else in the world in some form or fashion. And so I choose to not even think about him. And so I would invite you to find a place where you don't have to do that. Simple, just that simple. Let it go, let him go. He's going to be gone. He thinks he will be he thinks he'll always have a place in the press, the social media, but he will not. There will be people, who will follow him. They're like-minded and that's okay. He is not, he will be put into the place of non-importance. Okay, was there more to that question? Did we cover that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. We feel complete with that. I will share something of my own personal moment. and I think it was election day. You think I learned to write these things down, but I haven't yet. I think it was election day. And towards the end of the day, or it was one of those days where it was clear the way things were trending. And I was in that space of sort of waking and sleeping in the morning, and I had the TV on. I think it was maybe a day or two after, but it hadn't been called yet. And I could feel just in that moment his disappointment. It was really interesting. And I just made a note of it. He's done, and he knew it, and I could feel it. And it may come across to many people as anger, but it really, I felt his disappointment. So he's human. He's a jerk, but he's human. Okay.